So like a lot of mums, I use the Tommee Tippee steriliser, which is steam steriliser for my baby's bottles, and I'm going to show you how I descale it using white vinegar. So I have to apologise, my camera work because I'm using one hand on the camera. So just take apart your steriliser in the usual way, take the lid off, take out the trays that you put the bottles in, put them to one side, and you'll see there's a little bit of scale at the bottom here. There's a bit of limescale, and they do recommend that you descale it regularly. They say to do it every month in the instructions. So here's how I do it using white vinegar. You only need a little bit. So what I'm going to do is pour white vinegar into the centre bit that you normally put the water in here, like this. Just about enough to fill up the centre circle. I'm not going to put the full 80 mils in like you would with water if you were setting it up to sterilise. Just put enough to cover the bottom there and maybe up to the top because you don't want it to boil off completely. And do open a window before you do this. And I suggest you don't do it with your little one in the room because it's a little bit smelly, and it can kind of catch a little bit in your throat. So it's probably not very good for them. Do it when they're having a nap, which mine is at the moment. So put the vinegar in there. I might actually add a little bit more than that. Just a tiny bit more. We're going to do some science now. There we go. And I'm going to turn it on. There we go. And we'll watch the magic happen. You see, starting to melt away that limescale already. And as it heats up, it gets more and more effective. So you'll see it's really burning off, boiling off that scale at the bottom there. This is when it starts to smell a bit interesting. So I have got the window open. Bedford's here, but he doesn't care. The cat in the corner. Here we go. Here it goes. I use this for my kettle as well, and you've got to be careful with the kettle because you can actually bubble over. But as long as you don't use very much in here, this isn't going to bubble over, but you should stand and watch it. There it goes, it's boiling. That's obviously very hot now, so don't touch it. I'm not going to leave it for the full cycle, of course. I'm just going to leave it for a little amount of time. I'm actually going to turn it off now, carefully. There we go. Turned it off. That should be enough. See the boiling slowing down a little bit, and you can see all the bubbles coming up from where the limescale is, where it's all having that wonderful chemical reaction, getting rid of the scale. You see it's much cleaner already. Not quite all gone, but it's getting there. So I might give it another go. I might turn it on again just to give it, you can turn it on as many times as you need to, just to heat up the water, because it is most effective, vinegar, it is most effective when it's hot. And turn it off again now, because there's no need to do that. It wasn't actually, oh, my camera steamed up. There wasn't actually too much scale in there because I do keep on top of it, and I do use filtered water to try and filter out some of the limescale because I live in a hard water area on the Jurassic coast, and believe me, we have a lot of chalk in our water. There it goes. So you can leave that for a little while. Do not leave it for very long because vinegar can actually damage. It will attack stainless steel if you leave it on it for too long. So we'll just leave it enough to, look at that, that's pretty clean now. And now I'm just going to pour that out, clean that out with a little bit of water, maybe run the sponge over it from the washing up bowl with a little bit of detergent on there, just to get the last bits of scale off if there are any. It should be quite soft now, so it should come off very easily. You should never use a scourer on stainless steel, of course. And then it'll be all clean. I'll give it a quick rinse and it will be ready to use because vinegar is non-toxic. It doesn't leave any taint or odour, it just makes things smell clean, which is wonderful. So I hope this was helpful. And that just cost literally a few pence. This is about 35 pence, I think, in Lidl. So literally we're talking a couple of pence to do that. No need to buy all these horrible petrochemical descaling products, which are dreadful, don't work anywhere near as well as vinegar, and they contain goodness knows what. And if you ask me, I have a hunch that they're just a reason to get rid of byproducts and waste products from the petrochemical industry. But what do I know? I'm just one holistic mama. I'll see you in the next video.